Hi, ladies. I will watch the replay. I'm about a half hour ago. I found out we're having out of town company tomorrow. Okay, sounds good. And then Jennifer's here. Hi, Jennifer. Good to see you. Hopefully, Jessie will be here soon. I sent her the link, so hopefully it all works out. Fingers crossed. I'm inside today. I'm not outside. We are having thunderstorms. It's been really hot over the past week, and I think that the storms hopefully will break it a little bit. Oh, here we go. Hello. Hi. You're
Hi,
sideways.
am I sideways? Okay, hold on. I've never done this, so I guess my phone's the wrong direction.
I know it only lets you do it up and down. It doesn't. I know that when you make videos, it's like supposed to be sideways, but for some reason, when you do a live, you can't do it that way.
That's what I was wondering. I was wondering if that's how it's supposed to be. Uh, okay, I think I got it.
Yay, you're here, and we got it all figured out.
Yeah.
We're
All
having
right.
storms here, so I decided to stay inside. It's
Oh,
just
really?
been, yeah, really hot over the past week, so I think this might break it, like muggy and sticky and hot. So you know how when it gets like that, sometimes you need a storm to break it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
hopefully, it hasn't been like hard storming, so I'm hoping that nothing goes wrong. But if I disappear, it might be something like that.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, we're supposed to, I think, get rain here, but nothing yet. So
Not yet.
yeah.
What are you
Yeah.
working on?
I'm working on my crochet shawl. This one.
Oh, that is so pretty. The colors on that are just so amazing.
Thank you. What are you working on?
I am on another shirt. I guess I'm trying to revamp my wardrobe. It's close to getting done.
Oh, that's pretty.
Thank you.
I think I'm a little chicken, but
Just go ahead and do that. Like, just go ahead and go for it. You know, if you find something that you like that you could get your hands on, just go ahead and go for it. That's really what I started doing once I started my channel. Because before that I would just kind of like make what I felt comfortable making. But once I started my channel, I was like, let everybody see my whole journey. And when I first started making wearables, it was everybody can see, we're all just human and we're all just trying to learn. And it was
yeah.
nice too because I have a lot of really nice subscribers that gave me pointers and tips. So, like when something didn't go well, there was always somebody there that could tell me how to try and fix it.
Yeah,
So,
that's nice. That's
yeah,
really nice.
yeah. I mean, I feel like I know I've said this before, but I feel like I'm really lucky with subscriber wise. I've only really encountered really nice people. I haven't had any bad experiences. I know a lot of people have come on and said, "Oh, be nice. Everybody's so mean," but I've not experienced that.
Yeah, that's really
So
good. I haven't either yet.
that's good.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm glad that I have.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah,
everyone is so friendly. So it's been a really good experience.
that's good. I'm glad that you're
Yeah.
having that same experience. I would feel bad for the people who aren't. I don't know.
I
I live.
know, because I see some people who get like bad comments, and I'm like,
Yeah,
why are people so cruel?
I
There's
know.
no reason to be that cruel, but
Not at all.
I think it's like people who might be having a hard time with whatever's going on in their own life. But yeah, it's sad.
It is. It is. And we're all just trying to learn here and get better at what we're doing. So
Yeah, definitely. Looks like Christine wrote us. Hi, Christine. Hi, ladies. I will watch the replay about a half hour ago. I found out we were having out of town company tomorrow. Oh, that'd be
supposed to have to
awesome.
do like last minute cleaning and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. I know I'd be that way. Shannon Duck's Yarn is here.
Hi,
Hi,
Shannon.
Shannon.
Glad you're here. What are you working on tonight, Shannon? Are you doing a project with us? We're all just kind of working on our own thing here. So I saw your news that you're moving.
Yes.
That's exciting, but
It,
I know a little
I,
scary.
yeah, so I am definitely excited and nervous. Like, yeah, in my last video, I mentioned how I have all these mixed emotions. Like, leaving family is going to be tough. I mean, I'm going to be
Yeah.
closer to my son, I guess, depending on where he ends up in the Navy, but um he'll still be down, well, when he's done with the Navy, which is quite a few years, he'll be down south somewhere. So I know we'll be closer to him than in Wisconsin where we are now. But
He's
Shannon,
in South Carolina now?
yeah,
So
yeah.
he'll be in the
So,
same state for at least a few years,
well,
maybe?
unfortunately, well, I was hoping he would be for another 2 years, but he graduates. Like, he's in school in the Navy right now, so he graduates the end of August, and we don't know where they're gonna station him after that. So he might not be in South Carolina. So I'm like, oh my gosh. I kept praying that he'd be there for another 2 years, but we'll see. But he does want to go back there at one point. Well, I don't know. I hope.
Hopefully, it's not
um,
too far for him to visit, especially compared to where you are now, so
yeah. Well, yeah, it won't, like, if he does end up in like Virginia, which I'm hoping, he will be about 6 hours away. Now, where we are now, it's a lot further.
Mm.
So Wisconsin to Virginia is pretty far, but so we would be a lot closer. And it looks like, what did Shannon's
Oh, what's she
she's
working on?
working on
Uh,
a shawl scarf.
that sounds pretty. I would love to
Yeah.
see how that is going. And Sid is here. Hi,
Yes,
Sid.
Sid's here too.
Oh,
Hi, Sid.
I'm glad that you popped in.
I'm
That is
so glad
sweet.
you're both here. And Christine will be back late. Oh, she might watch the replay, she said. That's okay.
Yeah. Ellen is here too. Hi, Ellen.
Ellen, I don't know Ellen. Hi, Ellen.
It's nice to see you.
Mm.
Sid is asking if you're moving to South Carolina.
Yes. So Sid lives in South Carolina. So
I
yes,
thought
I'm moving
so.
to South Carolina. If all goes well, so far it's all going well. That's where we will be moving. In like the Midlands area. We don't even know exactly. We gotta go pick our house at eventually. So yeah.
That's kind of a scary thing to be between houses.
It is, because yeah, we had an accepted offer on our house. We just gotta wait for, they gotta do appraisals and all of that. So
Right.
once all that's done, then it's like, okay, quick plan a trip to South Carolina. I'm like,
And hope you
I
find
wanna
something.
I know, and I wanna plan now because I'm a planner, so I
Yeah.
wanna plan ahead of time, but I don't even know what week we're going there, so I can't plan. Oh well. I'm sure it'll work out.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Oh,
you'll be
thank
near
you,
Sid
Ellen.
then.
What was that?
I said you'll be near Sid then.
Yeah. We'll have to meet. Yes, that would be awesome to meet up. Like, I know Shannon, I think Shannon, you live in Iowa, so right now I'm closer to Shannon. And then once
Uh,
I move, I'll be closer to Sid. So, and I know you're in uh Pennsylvania, is it, Heather?
yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
Pennsylvania.
So I'd be, I think, closer to you, but still, like you said, far yet.
Still pretty
So,
far, yeah.
yeah.
I don't know hour-wise, like, how much that would be, but it's
Yeah,
it's
I'm
a
not
trek.
sure. Yeah,
It's a trek.
probably.
If I, lived near Sid, I would be asking her for spinning lessons
So
because I
would
love.
I.
Yeah, maybe you guys can work something out there, and then I'll just watch and be jealous.
That That would be oh, I wish we all could just meet up somewhere. That'd be
I
fun.
know, that would be so
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, and yeah, Sid, that would be awesome to meet up at one point. Uh, but I love all your spinning videos. I still need to get caught up on everyone's videos. I love watching everyone's videos, but there's so much going on and I can't keep up. I keep trying and I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody understands,
Yeah.
there's just times where you can't keep up. I know when my both of my boys are in marching band, and when we're in the midst of all that with all the football games and all the competitions and all the stuff going on with that practices, it's really hard for me to keep up with the videos, so I just keep thinking, "I hope everybody understands."
Yeah, I'm
I'm
sure
not
they do.
al
Like it's not
Yeah.
easy to do.
Yeah. I'm not always the best too. I feel bad at commenting on videos, and I wanna get better about that because a lot of times I'm watching them, like, while I'm folding laundry or while I'm cooking dinner, and so, like, the one video will end, and then I'll put the next video on without commenting just because I'm in the middle of doing something else. So I do need to
Yeah.
get better about doing that. I am watching y'all.
Well, definitely sure everyone understands. Yeah. I never before I started YouTube, I never was one to leave much for comments at all because I
Okay.
was probably a little too chicken to leave comments and I just stayed in my own little world. And when I started YouTube, I got out of my comfort zone and I'm like, okay, I probably should try to, comment on people's videos and get involved. So I started doing that, getting out of my comfort zone, but it's always a good thing. I just
Yes, yes. I felt like when I started videos too, it was the same way. There was a point, like right when my youngest went into first grade, where I considered starting my own channel, like starting doing it, and then I completely chickened out. Like I tried to make one video and I was so nervous, I was like shaking the whole time. So I was like, no, no, this isn't for me. And then now I wish I would have started it way back then, but you know.
I
You live
know
and
ho
learn.
I know that, like, before well, I've been on YouTube a little over a year now, and before I started, for 4 years, I kept telling myself, I'm gonna start it," but everything just had to be perfect first, and finally, I'm like, "Nothing's gonna be perfect."
Yeah.
So I'm just starting.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
and I was shaking and everything, um talking about shaking, I was shaking before this live.
Oh,
No, this is my first time going live, but it's good. It's all good.
I'm glad that we're doing this. This is so fun. And it's
Yeah.
nice to kinda talk to you. It's not in person, but, more face to face. It's
Yeah.
kinda fun.
Yeah, it is fun. We got a lot of let's see, Shannon said I think we have moved 12 times since we've been together, so I told my husband the
12.
next move is the nursing home. That's
Wow, 12
hilarious.
times.
That's hilarious. I'm just trying to see if we're missing anything here.
We all have a life outside the tubes. That's true, especially if you have
Yeah,
kids.
that's true.
Oh, Shannon said that she and Sid were both nervous their first time.
Yeah, yeah. Uh,
Oh,
I'm right
Ellen,
there
that's
with you.
hilarious. Ellen said, "My kids wanted me to start a channel, and I still have not told them that I did." That
Oh,
is
that's
so
so
funny.
funny. Oh, I didn't know, Ellen, you had a channel. I gotta check you out. I gotta check out there's other people I've noticed that have channels too that I want to check out, and I just haven't gotten there yet. Sid, you sound just like me. Okay, Sid said she had the first time she'd use the bathroom at least 10 times before going live. Okay, so I did that literally before this live. I'm pacing the floor. I'm going back and forth. I'm like, okay, I got to keep using the bathroom. I'm like, what is wrong with me? But I made it. And then I was nervous about the technology doesn't always like me. So I was
Uh,
worried. Well, as you could see in the beginning, I didn't have my phone the right direction.
I've done that before. You should have seen the first time that Jess from J-Hook Magic and I went live together. We're both like, we couldn't tell who was off, so we're both adjusting. So probably like the first 5 minutes of our live, like we're upside down and sideways and like we couldn't tell who was off. So
That
it was
is so
hilarious.
funny. That is hilarious.
Oh, Shannon said she doesn't tell people about her channel either.
Yes, Shannon. Yeah, Shannon and Sid both have channels. I love both your channels. I just gotta make sure I get caught up, but I absolutely love them.
My first video is called Cringe. Ellen said that. Probably everybody's first video is that.
Cringe.
It would be funny to go back or and look at everybody's very first video and see
Oh,
where they have come from now.
yeah, I know. It would be I have done that every once in a while, just out of curiosity when I'm looking at people's channels.
Oh, that's
And
funny.
I've looked back at my own and I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I was so nervous. I was so nervous to hit record, and I
Yes.
still do get that way. I still do, but I mean, you should see how many times I have to edit my videos. I make so many mistakes. I get so nervous. I'm like, why did I say that? I got to start over.
I think we've all been there,
Yeah,
honestly.
probably.
I don't go back and relook at any of my videos because I feel like I might take them down, so I'm like, "Nope, don't even look at them, just leave them
Yeah,
out there. If people laugh, they laugh," you know?
I know. Like when I've gone back to look at them, I don't watch the whole video because after I get a video up, I'm like, I can't rewatch myself. I don't want to.
Yeah. Well, especially, like, after I edit it, like, it takes me time to edit it, and I usually put, words at the bottom, so I go to an editing app that will put the dialogue in. Because
Okay.
I had people request that, I guess I have a few of my listeners who are hard of hearing, so I make sure I always do
Oh.
that, and so, I feel like I've watched this video enough times, I don't need to ever look at it again. So,
Yeah, yeah, I know. Like when I go to put a video up, I gotta rewatch it a few times. And it's like, yeah, I don't wanna watch it again either usually. Let's see. Aw, thanks, Sid. Shannon, my first video is at Joanne Hall and I talk like a robot in it. Ellen, I start over and over, LOL. Yeah, same
Yeah, I've
here.
done that too. I have done that too. I used to, in some of my old videos, I used to, at the end of the video, put bloopers in. So, like, all those
Yeah.
times that I would start over, I would just put all of those in the bloopers, all the ones that were not inappropriate. Sometimes I'm like, oh, and then I say a word that shouldn't be said on YouTube. So,
Yeah, I've done that in a few videos, like a blooper at the end. But yeah, a lot of mine are like I get so upset with myself sometimes. And I'm like, okay, no one wants to see me get that upset with myself. I probably shouldn't get that upset, but
Well, I always worry, like, when I go back and look at some of my videos, I know that there are some YouTubers that get, like, they're really expressive, really, like, if
yeah.
they're excited, you could tell that they're really excited. And sometimes I feel like, Shannon was talking about, like, if I'm excited about it, especially, like, the Battle of the Stitches, I'm really excited about that collab, but sometimes when I go back and look, I'm like, "I'm really excited about this collab," and it doesn't look like I'm as animated as some of the other people, but I also don't wanna look fake. I don't wanna be like,
I know.
"I'm so excited," and people will be like, "Yeah, that's not you," you know? So, I
I've
don't know
told
where that happy medium is. Sometimes I feel like I wanna make sure that I'm genuine. I want it to be like, "Yes, I'm really excited about this," but, without looking fake, you know? Some people are just
Yeah.
really good at that, and I feel like I'm not really good at that.
I
So
I'm feeling the same way that you do about that because I try to act, like try to I don't know, act a little more excited than what I'm actually showing, but it's really hard for me. So sometimes I don't. Sometimes it's like I want to be myself too. And if I were to really over exaggerate it, people are gonna be like, what's wrong
yeah.
with this lady?
Yes,
What's
yes,
going
that's
on?
exactly how I feel too, like, it just
Yeah.
seems like it would turn out fake. So, I
Yeah, I
see
feel the
Marina
same.
is in too, and Beverly. Hi, guys.
Hello. Shannon says she
Just be
takes edits
yourself.
out of. Oh, what was that?
Oh, Ellen said just be yourself. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's really
Yeah,
just the best thing to do. It really is.
I
I just
agree.
hope it still sounds genuine, because sometimes when I relook at them, and I don't know if it's just the way that the videos work, like, I feel like I was excited when I said it, but then I feel like I'm saying, "Yes, I'm so excited about,"
That's how I feel too, but when I watch your videos, it looks genuine to me,
Okay,
completely
good, thank
genuine.
you.
Yeah, so I think it's fine. But I know what you're saying because I feel the same way. When I try to act excited, I'm like, "Yay, this is really exciting, guys!" And I'm like, I should really. I can't. I gotta be myself, so I can't over exaggerate.
What did Shannon say? I try to stay true to my personality, but just turn the dial up about 30%. Otherwise, I'd put you to sleep. I'm sure that's not true. Oh, Shannon from Another Yarn is here. Hi, how are you
Oh, hi, Shannon.
doing?
We got two Shannons now.
Yeah, two Shannons. That was another popular name.
Yeah,
Shannon.
definitely.
Yeah. When I was in school, I think the popular girls' names were Heather, Shannon, and Jennifer. Those
Yeah.
were the really popular names when I was in school.
Yeah, they were for me too. And then my name was popular too. A lot of Jessicas.
Oh, Jessica, yes. I think that I went to school with quite a few Jessicas too. So, I like the nickname Jessie. I like that.
Thanks. I
Although
have people. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I keep singing this song "Jessie's Girl" though, every time I
Oh,
see it.
I used to love that song. Yeah, I have people that call me Jessica, Jess, Jessie. Like, I go by any of them, but I wanted to use Jessie on my channel name. I had such a hard time picking a channel name.
Aw. So Sid said, "It's the camera. I watched a video, someone talking about how it takes the excitement away." I do feel like that. I do feel like that, but I don't, and there are some people that just must genuinely have a really expressive excitement to them, because I have seen people do that. They're on YouTube, and it doesn't seem fake. It seems real, like they're really excited, and
Yeah.
I don't know, I just don't have that, I guess. I just don't wanna sound too monotone, just like the other Shannon was saying.
I don't think you do.
Okay, good, thank you.
Yeah.
Ellen said, "Hi, Shannon with the beautiful deck." It's true. Shannon from Another Yarn has a beautiful deck. You have a beautiful view from that deck. Another Yarn said, "Hello, everyone. There are a bunch of us Shannons on YouTube streets." Yeah. Yeah. I know there's a Heather called Heather the Crocheting Witch. So sometimes if I'm listening, people will be talking about Heather. I'm like, are they talking about me? But they're not.
Shannon said, and doesn't everyone our age have the middle name Marie too?
Marie. Yeah.
There's a lot of Marie middle.
There's a
Yeah,
lot
a
of
lot of people
that.
have that.
Yeah. My middle name is actually Michelle.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm the happy, energetic one at work. It's exhausting when I get home. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I can
yeah, that
imagine.
would be.
But Shannon from Another Yarn, you are one of the ones that definitely has that, like, pep in their step in the video. I don't know how else to say it, just very animated and in, like, genuine way. And so
Yeah.
I think that's great. I think that's great. It's hard for me because I don't have that personality, you know? I'm more, like, subdued and laid back and, people at work if I'm working with a difficult child at school, they're always like, "How do you stay so calm?" And I think that's really what helps me work with that child is that they're with somebody who's calm, so
Yeah. For sure.
Marina said it takes all kinds, we're all wonderfully different.
Yep.
So true, Marina. Marina has been such a good friend. She's one of the ones I feel really lucky to have met through YouTube. All of you, honestly, but Marina, and I go back now, to when I very
Yeah.
first started. So,
That's nice.
oh, Shannon's middle name is also Marie. Everybody's saying hi to each other. Anybody
Yep.
working on anything exciting? I showed this earlier, but I'll show it again. It's just another shirt from Crystal from Hook That Yarn. I'm addicted to her pattern. So I don't have as it's not the widescreen, so it's harder to show, but yeah, so kind of like
Yeah.
that.
I love it. It's so pretty.
It's just such a simple pattern and it always fits perfectly. Shannon from Another Yarn said, "My boss and coworkers comment on how quiet it is when I'm not in the office." That's funny. Oh, Sid said her mom's middle name is Marie. Always said if we had a little girl, her name would be Addison Marie. Oh, that's pretty.
Oh, very pretty.
Pretty. Oh, thank you, Beverly. Beverly said she likes the sweater. Thank you. I finished the other one for Things We're Making Thursday, but I'm gonna hold off until Things We're Making Thursday to show that one. The Candy, I don't even know how you
Oh,
say it, that pattern. It is a gorgeous pattern. I have to go and review it now on Etsy. I was waiting till I made it all the way to review it, but I would definitely make it again. It's this one here, Nomad Stitches. She has a
that is
YouTube channel.
pretty.
It's a really pretty design. She has some other ones, other patterns up there that are really pretty too. And it's $10, but it has like 10 different sizes. It's like from kids all the way through, bigger sizes and it's very intricate. It's interesting the way that she um, increases because it's not a normal increase. Like normally when I'm used to increasing, it'll be like increase and then do five and then increase and then do five. Hers is like increase, do two, increase, do three, follow that pattern around. So you have to really keep track in your mind. Like, am I on the do three or do two? Because it's like
Yeah.
increase, do two, increase, do three, increase, do two, increase, do three, and
Oh, that'd
it's,
be, yeah, that's a lot.
yeah. Let's see what people are saying. I got started talking and missed. Shanna from Another Yarn said, I've been death scrolling all the playlists from Lori Armchair Chef highlighted for her. Ah, nice. I have to go and check that out. I have not been keeping up with that. Ellen said, I just finished a top, worked off MJ off the hook pattern. Nice.
Oh, I like her patterns.
Very nice. And then Shannon from Another Yarn said, I'm also working on my mint garment for Things We're Making Thursday. Hopefully it'll be done by Thursday's video. Oh, nice. Is that one a knit one, Shannon? You have such nice knitted tops. I'm s- I have done knitted tops, but I'm just not as confident with the knitting tops than as the crocheted.
Yeah, I've never made a knit top myself.
I made one and then I gave it to my sister. And then my niece, who is 12, she's little, she's tiny. She decided she wanted to take it and wear it as a dress.
Oh,
So I
that's
don't know
cute.
whatever happened. I don't know if my sister ended up taking it back or if my niece is now wearing it as a dress. I have no idea.
Yeah.
But she's something else. She's an only child, and so I think she's just used to, um, not needing to worry about other people, like when you have a sibling, so
Yeah. Yeah.
Ellen said she can't knit, but she wants to learn. There's a lot of great channels out there that show you how to do it. I don't do any tutorials on how to knit. I just kind of have done a few knitting projects here and there. I don't know if I feel like good enough to be a teacher of it. So,
Yeah, I'm still I'm still learning. I'm working on that shawl, a knit shawl, and I like I said in some of my videos before, just it was so frustrating trying to knit that thing.
yeah, you
I
said
kept
you
taking
ripped
it
it out
over.
like a million times.
I did over and over, and even after I got like a good amount, I just tore it all out, and I'm like, oh, and
Oh.
but now it's turning out fine. I'm like, I learned a lot, so I'm excited, and I think I'll stick to maybe scarves and shawls until I feel more comfortable, and then I'll try a top.
Yeah, I worry about the sizing more with knitting tops, because I don't know. I feel like
Yeah.
it's easier to measure if it's being more true to size with crochet, and then it's easier for me to adjust the size with crochet than knitting. And I know some people who have been knitting for a long time, they're just like, "Oh, it's so easy, it's easy to shape it." But I feel like I have an easier time shaping crochet than I do knitting. So it's just something I guess you just have to get the hang of and get used to.
Right.
So yes, I think you're right that she does. Shannon Talks Yarn said that Sid has knit stitch tutorials. She might be a
Oh,
good one to watch.
that's right, Sid. I know you had a
Yeah.
bunch of tutorials.
Yeah,
Is it
Sid is
like,
a good knitter too.
yeah? I thought I saw also Tunisian crochet on yours. Do you have those too, Sid? I
Oh, that would
thought I
be
saw
cool.
that on there. Yeah, I've done a Tunisian crochet scarf, and that's as far as that went.
Yeah, Ellen said that she's done some Tunisian crochet. That's cool. I tried it for
Yeah,
things we're making Thursday. That was the first time I ever did it, but then I never did anything beyond that. I mean, it was fun. And I think if I found the right pattern, maybe I would do it again. But right now I have other things that I'm working on, so I didn't go back
yeah.
to it. So Ellen said, I tried knitting, but I couldn't get it. I need to put time into it. And then Shannon from Another Yarn said, we're all learning with the garments. Each will get better and better. It is true. I
Mhm.
know. Like back when I was doing Wearable Wednesday, I'm definitely doing much better than back then. So, it's just that's all it took was practice. So why not get on YouTube and practice on YouTube? Everybody can see what you're doing. And it was, like I said before, it was nice that there were people there that could give me advice along the way. They could see the mistakes that I was making and that kind of stuff. And then
You did a good
Sid's
job.
oh, thanks. It was
Yeah.
it was definitely a learning experience, but it was positive. I felt when coming out of it, I felt like that was a positive thing to do. But people weren't watching those videos anymore, so I was like, "I don't think I need to continue." So maybe, like,
Oh,
just
really?
I'll show yeah, yeah. I was getting, like, maybe 20 views on each of those videos, so it just
Oh,
didn't seem
wow.
worth making them anymore, so
Yeah.
Sid said, "It does take time, Ellen. You need to be mindful whether someone is doing English or Western style of knitting." Gosh, what am I doing? I don't even know what I'm doing. My mistake was not knowing and twisting my yeah, I have twisted stitches in knitting so many times. That
Oh,
is
I did that
really
too.
easy. That is really easy to do in knitting, and it's so frustrating when you think you have it all straight, and then all of a sudden you're like, "Ah, it's twisted." Oh, Sid does do Tunisian. Awesome.
Oh, cool, yeah.
Oh, Shannon from Another Yarn said she's still working on the Tunisian from Things We're Making Thursday. That she was doing a shawl, a wrap,
I
Lamia
gotta
wrap.
check that out.
That was a gorgeous pattern. That was gorgeous. And then I think the yarn she used was perfect for it. That's probably what really enhanced it. It was like, was it white? It was some kind of light colored, if I'm remembering correct. I just remember that wrap was so pretty. Well, you guys are blowing my mind. Someone said I heard of continental knitting. I didn't know that there were different kinds of knitting. I just thought there was knitting, so I have no idea what I do.
I didn't know about, like, the English or Western, but I I do the continental knitting, that's the one I've been doing.
Oh, I wonder if that's what I do. I have no idea. I do whatever my mom taught me. My mom taught me how to knit when I was young, but I never really did anything with it. I wish I would have done more with it, but she taught me enough that I remembered how to start it, how to do knit, how to do purl, and how to end it. So that I guess that was enough to get you started. So it
Yeah.
is a light color with some flecks of color. Yeah, I remember that wrap being really, really or what is it? Was it a wrap? Yeah, the wrap. I remember that being so pretty. Sid said there is continental and English. What that means if you hold your yarn and how you wrap.
So
And
how
then,
yeah, how will you hold it?
okay.
Yeah.
And then Shannon said I do continental knitting. Okay. That's probably what I do. I don't know.
So I know, like, I think do I have my knitting needles? I'm trying to remember how I knit. So, like, when you're knitting, if you take the opposite I don't know if I can explain that. Like, I wrap my yarn with the same never mind.
Sorry,
I don't
Lynn.
know how to explain that. I don't know how to explain it.
I don't have my knitting needles handy, but I have these two things right here. I'm gonna see if I can get some yarn. Sorry, don't mind me. Let me see. I'm just gonna put a few stitches on and show you guys how I do it, and you could tell me, because then I'll be more educated. Because I honestly didn't know there was a difference. I just thought knitting was knitting. This is why I
Yeah,
need to come on here and learn.
I noticed, like, when I was watching some YouTube videos, that's how I learned how to do the continental knitting. Um, but I didn't even know there were differences until then either.
I'm gonna do a row before I show you because I always do that first cast on row way too tight, no matter how loose I think I'm doing it. So I don't want you guys to see how tight that is. Has anybody been experiencing that really hot weather? Gosh, it was so hot here this week. And I know like people who live in really warm climates, they'll probably think I'm wussy, but it was between 95 and 98 degrees Fahrenheit all week.
Oh,
So for me, that's really hot, and it was sticky. It was hot. Oh, Ellen said it's been nice chatting with you. Have a wonderful evening. You too, Ellen. Thanks for
oh, bye,
stopping
Ellen.
by. Take care. All right. Let me see. if I can show my hands. Can you see my hands or no?
Yeah.
Okay, here's how I do it. Let me grab that.
Well, they're kind of out of the screen a little bit now. There we go. There we go.
I
Okay,
usually
yeah, I think you're doing the English style.
Am I for
So I
real?
think well, for continental, you would take the other hands to do your wrap around, I believe.
Okay,
Let's just
so if you wrap it with your left hand, it's
yeah. Let me
okay.
let
I
me
wrap with my
try a
right
couple
hand.
let me try a couple of stitches here to see if I need to remind myself. Maybe somebody else knows. Shannon had another yarn or Sid.
Yeah, they would probably be our best knitting experts here.
Oh
Oh,
yeah, so
Ellen,
I don't know if you can see this.
it's hard to
Yeah, that's really hard to
it's
see
really hard to put it on camera. Oh, I
because
see. You
I
are using your left hand, aren't you, too?
yeah, so I go
Ah.
this like this is the
Oh,
knitting,
wow.
and then
Okay,
when I
I
do
do
a
not do it that
furrow
way.
like that, and so I just
Oh.
kind of use my finger and move it around instead of taking my other hand and wrapping it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
so
that
it's a little
seems
bit.
more efficient. I should probably learn to do it that way. Let's see, what
I
are we saying?
find yeah, to me it was easier.
Yeah, that does seem easier. I just went, but like I said, I just went with how I was taught when I was a kid, so I didn't really know there was another way. Ellen said it's
Yeah.
95 in New Jersey. I believe it. I'm in Pennsylvania, so it's
Oh,
probably pretty similar to Pennsylvania weather.
that's
It's been
hot.
hot. I just stayed inside all day because, ugh, sticky. Beverly said, "When I knit like you, Heather." Okay, so you do it the same way as me. And then Jennifer said, "I'm right-handed thrower too." Okay, Jennifer is continental. Okay.
Okay.
So, well, I learned something new tonight. This is good. All good stuff. Jessie is continental, Beverly and Heather are English. Okay. So I knit the
Okay.
English way. I guess I don't do it like you, Jessie.
How do you do it, Sid? I can't remember if you said already.
Marina said, "I want to learn to knit. I remember learning that I probably want to learn continental style because you hold your yarn with your left, like in crochet." Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I should probably look at some videos on how to do that, see if I can change the way that I do it. Although I don't know if I knit enough that it matters. I can't even remember the last time I did a real knit project. When I did the
Yeah.
shirt for Things We're Making Thursday, I did knit a headband that matches it, but that was just real quick, simple, quick little simple thing. But I couldn't tell you the last thing I knitted before that. Sid said, "I'm a scooper, so I don't wrap when I knit, but continental style." Oh, okay.
Okay.
Interesting. So you have Sid style.
Gosh, one thing that I was sad about, I was thinking, okay, moving to South Carolina, I love making scarves and hats and shawls and that kind of thing. How's that gonna work? But then I remembered, Sid, you're in South Carolina and you make things like that. So but I don't know South Carolina weather enough to know if you ever even really need a scarf or anything.
I think you still get chilly in the winter months, don't you?
Probably. I don't yeah, I'm not sure. I would think you would. Either way, I'm still gonna make those things.
I have so many hats, it's ridiculous. Every time I make a hat, I keep thinking, I need to get rid of some of these other ones.
Yeah, I have so many. Well, not a ton of hats. I have a few hats, lots of scarves, lots of shawls, lots of blankets. And I'm like, maybe I should donate some.
Yeah.
I probably should.
Yeah, I keep thinking that too. I did go and donate a bunch of my scarves a couple years ago. Once I went through the change, I was just warm all the time. There's no way I could wear a
Oh,
scarf
okay.
anymore. So Sid said, "It's hot down here, girl. During the winter, it can get down to the teens, but average is 30s to 40s." Yeah, it
30s
doesn't
and
sound like
40s.
you would need too many scarves. Maybe a
Not,
hat.
yeah. Wow. Well, I'll probably still make them and just donate, but I'd have to donate them maybe back to Wisconsin.
There's a lot of great places that ask for hats. I remember coming across a veterans place or some kind of military website where they said that you could donate hats to the military, for when they are in cold areas. So I can't
Oh, yeah,
remember what that was. I looked it up a long time ago, but
that's cool.
yeah. So if you looked up where to donate hats, you could get a ton of stuff. The other thing you could do is you could make baby hats and like donate them to the hospital.
Oh, yeah. That is an idea. I do need to get, like I said, I made a few hats, but I really need to practice making hats because I sometimes struggle to make them the right size. So, yes, Shannon, that sounds amazing compared to our Midwestern -25 winters. I totally agree. Even sometimes around here, you can get to, it's gotten to even like -40.
Ah,
Yeah.
no.
So I cannot stand the cold. However, it's gonna be hard being in the really hot temps too, but I'd rather have that than really cold weather.
Yeah, I don't know if I could handle that low.
Yeah, it's not fun.
We probably average about in the 20s out in winter. It does get lower than that, but I don't remember ever being in anything colder than negative like 8, something like that.
Oh wow.
So to me, that's cold enough.
Yeah. Yep.
You guys still have school and everything when it gets that low, -25, -40?
Sometimes they'll cancel school if it gets, usually if they cancel it if it gets that low. Yeah. But I mean, at least I remember that from when my son was in school, but
Yeah.
it's been a while since he's been in school now. 3 years now. He's
Oh,
21. I
wow,
feel
time
old.
flies, doesn't it?
I know. I don't know how time goes so quickly.
Yeah. My oldest is, just got his permit, so it's kind of weird. You've seen your baby drive, you've been through it, so you
Yeah,
understand, but it's like,
that
"Oh, my
is very
baby's
weird.
driving."
Aw.
But I am happy for that because it is nice to have help with driving around to all the activities and stuff.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Sid said, except for the summers, Shrek and Donkey fight over whose swamp it is, if you catch my drift. Oh. Shannon, it gets bad here, especially with the wind. They usually cancel here. We cancel out work or your work, our work. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. I've been working at home for the last, well, since 2020, so 4 years now. So luckily I didn't have to go out a whole lot in the winter time. Well, for grocery shopping and that kind of thing.
Mhm.
I usually when winter's around here, I like to hibernate.
I don't
I don't like
blame
to
you.
leave
If
too
it's
much.
that cold, it sounds almost dangerous to be out.
It can be, but last winter it was not bad. It was the weirdest winter.
Yeah.
It was like in the 50s in December. It was like, that's
Wow.
weird. Yeah, that never happens. My husband's like, hopefully, the weather doesn't shift to where the the winters get really nice here when we move, and when we go to South Carolina, the winters are really cold all of a sudden. Yeah. I'm like, hopefully not. Hopefully the weather doesn't follow us.
I don't think you'll get that.
No. Not there.
Well, that's nice that you can work at home. I would love to be able to do that.
Yeah, it is nice. It's just kind of got to remind myself to get out of the house once in a while. But yeah, I like working at home. I just wish I had more time to do YouTube.
Yeah.
You probably feel that way too.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Shannon Talks Yarn said, "Nice, my daughter has a remote job too. I would totally be a hermit if I could work from home." Yeah, I think I would too.
Yeah,
But it's okay with me. I actually am a homebody. I like being home.
I do too. Um, I just enjoy. I don't know. I'm more of an introvert, so I enjoy it too, and enjoy crochet and just get into my crochet or knitting. Uh, but it is nice to get out once in a while.
Yeah.
But I've never been a huge like social person. I don't mean like social as in online. Well, even then, I guess this is the most social I've been since starting YouTube.
Uh, I have a big ball of yarn barf here. Think I'm gonna have to cut it. Sucks.
Oh, that's not fun. Shannon said home is her favorite place to be.
Yeah. I'm
Yep.
like that too. I don't mind going out for an adventure every once in a while, but I think I'd rather spend majority of my time at home.
Same here.
Oh, this is coming out better than I thought. I did have to cut it, but it's at least coming out.
Those are not fun.
No, I hate it when that happens.
Yeah.
I was using
I,
these Hirschner baby cotton twists,
oh, cute.
and every single one has gotten tangled at the end. Every
Oh,
single one. I think I've gone through 4 skeins of this, maybe 5 already for the shirt. Every single one at the very end got all tangled up. I don't know why. This one is coming out easier than the other ones, though.
yeah. I always end up, whether I'm crocheting or knitting, my yarn always ends up in a tangled mess. Maybe that happens to everyone. Hopefully, I'm not the only one. But it ends up in a tangled mess. So then you can only crochet so far, and then you gotta stop, untangle
Yes.
everything, and then it ends up back in a tangled mess again every time. Like, look at
Do you pull
this.
from the center when you pull the yarn?
Yes.
Okay, that's what
Yeah,
I
like,
do too.
yeah, so like this cake, I pulled from the center, and then somehow
Oh,
this
you
yarn
got
that
the
was
yarn
around
bar.
it, it all came off and got tangled. I'm like, that's fun. And then this too, I had rolled this one into a ball, and it keeps coming apart and wanting
Oh,
to tangle.
that's
I think,
frustrating.
yes. Oh well.
What did Sid say? Them donuts can be a pain sometimes. Yes.
Yeah.
For sure. All right, I think I got this under control. Woo, whew.
That's good.
Oh, there's another one. I remember the last time we moved, wanna say it was, like, 3 years ago that we moved, 3, 4 years. Um, we sold our house really fast, and so we had to rent it from like, the new people bought it, but they agreed to rent it to us until our next house was ready.
That's nice.
So, luckily, that worked out, but, yeah, I think that can be tricky getting the timing right with,
Another
yeah,
Yeah, that's
getting
what
your
I'm
next house and selling your old one.
Yep. I'm like, that's what I'm nervous about. Well, I'm not as nervous anymore because the people who are buying our house said they're really flexible with a closing date, so that's helpful.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so and but it's all kind of nerve-wracking not only moving to a different state, but I haven't moved in like 19 years.
Oh, wow. I bet you
So
had a
it's
lot to go through.
yeah, yeah. We have we went through a lot already. Um and there's still more to go. And we want to have some yard sales, but I don't know. I'm waiting till after we go to South Carolina, pick our house, come back, do a bunch of yard sales just in time to go move there. So it's gonna be it's gonna
Well,
be
I don't
crazy.
blame you because you wanna see what kinda house you're getting next to see what kind of things you still wanna keep and what kind of things you might not need then. So
Yeah, and it's just seems like it'd be better to see the house in person. To go there, see the house in person, to see if we're gonna like it. But it's a lot. It's a lot. I'm used to, working and then sometimes working on YouTube and then having a relaxing evening to crochet or knit. And lately I mean, right now it's a little more relaxed until we get to the yard sales and all of that, but and the trip to South Carolina. But before that, before we listed our house, it was insane. It was insane. Like I worked from the time I got up, I worked, I got done with work, I worked all the way up until bedtime, and then I went to bed and did it all over the next day for
oh,
3, 4 weeks. And I'm like
that's tough.
and then tried to get a video up on YouTube here and there. So, it's tough.
Yeah. Well, we've been, like, painting our house and, doing projects and stuff, so there are days where I feel like that too, where it's like I worked and then we had dinner, and then after dinner, we did a little bit of painting or we did a little project
Mm,
here or there. So
yeah.
the next thing we're going to do is we have carpeting in our basement. We're going to rip that out and put new flooring in and kind of redesign that space. So I think it'll be a little bit of that too. And then it's just like quick rush to get a video before I go to bed, that kind of
Yeah.
thing.
My yeah, and when I edit my videos, it takes me forever because I make so many mistakes. I'm like, if I could just talk normal the whole time, it'd be fine. But no, I gotta make multiple mistakes or start over multiple times because I get nervous and I'm like, I don't get as nervous as I did when I first started YouTube, but I still get nerved up. And I'm like, come on, it's not that bad, but I don't know.
No, I get it, I get it. And then because I put the words in too, sometimes it doesn't always hear my words correctly, so I have to go back and edit the text. Like, I'm editing
Oh,
out the mistakes that I'm making, but then I have to edit the texts aside from that. Like, every time I say skeins, like a skein of yarn, it thinks I'm saying, what does it think I'm saying? Every single time it puts the same thing. Um it's not skins, but it thinks I'm saying something else. So I always have to go and edit that word whenever I say it. So anymore, I just try. try to remember, don't say skeins, just say this yarn or, this cake or whatever, you know?
That's so funny.
Oh, I wish I remembered what it always changed it to, but it changed it to something weird.
Yeah. Sid, I don't remember if we read this, but Sid said, "Oh no, I hate when cakes do that, especially lighter weight yarns." Yeah, lighter weight yarns are,
Yeah.
oh, a pain to untangle.
Shannon Talks Yarn asked if I do use CapCut, yes. And sometimes I'll do a combination of CapCut and the editing tool on Apple. What is that called? iMovie. Sometimes I'll do a combination of both of those, because I have like the intros that I put in my video that just say like and subscribe and then have my logo on it with a little song underneath. Those I have saved on iMovie. So sometimes I'll go on CapCut and edit there, and then I'll bring it over to iMovie so that I can put the intro into the videos there. So it's a whole ordeal. Sid says, I feel like my mouth moves faster than my brain sometimes. Like, what am I even saying? Yeah. Oh my gosh. I know, and sometimes you rewatch it and you're like, "Oh, I didn't think I said that." There've been a couple of times where I'm like, "Oh, I have to change like, I have to put in there that, "No, oops, I meant this because I said the wrong thing. I didn't think I said the wrong thing." It is funny, like, doing the whole video process.
Yeah, yeah, it definitely is.
Shannon has the same thing.
Yeah, I've asked myself that same question too. Like, what am I saying? Or what did I just say? Like, sometimes I'd say gibberish. I don't even know what I'm saying.
Where did that come from? I didn't think I
Yeah.
said that. Well, we've been on just over an hour. Did you wanna keep going, or you wanna wrap it up?
Whatever. Well, we could probably wrap it up. Got work in the morning.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Tomorrow we got stuff going on. So, I do get my
Yeah.
summers off, which is nice, but I'm driving the kids back and forth to they're on the swim team, so driving back and forth to that, and they're in a 2 bowling leagues, so
Oh,
going
wow.
back and forth between that, so still
Yeah.
busy, still
Yeah,
busy.
right. Well, this has been a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Thanks
thanks
for
for
asking me to join.
I'm so glad that you came on here. It was nice getting to, like, get some face-to-face time talking with you.
Yeah.
It's different than just watching the video, so it
It
was cool.
definitely, yeah, and thanks everyone for joining us. This was a lot
Yes,
of
thank you.
fun.
I'm so glad to see everybody. Have a great night. Hi, Carly. I think that's the first time I saw you talking here. We're just heading out, so have a good night. We'll see you guys
Okay.
again.
Bye, everyone. Bye, Heather.
Bye-bye. Bye, Jesse.
Bye bye.